Hello, viewer. Welcome to another episode of Viewpoint. It's great having you on the show, and thanks for joining us. It is an exciting and interactive talk show where they talk as it be. Here we talk about everything and anything trending, ranging from entertainment to politics, health, education, lifestyle, power of community, you name it. All you need to do is sit back, enjoy, and engage in our conversations. My name is Eunice Gani, and right here with me in the studio are my gorgeous, beautiful looking ladies. We have Rachel.
Hi, Eunice.
Nice having you here again.
Thank
You're
you.
looking.
Aw.
See you after the show.
Can I blush?
And the wonderful one and only, what do they call you? Lolo.
Oh,
Miss Nigeria.
I want to fly. I is gonna boss.
Confidence. Welcome to today's
Hi,
show.
Eunice. Hi, Rachel.
You're
Hi,
looking good
Congrats.
too. Show me the ways. All we do on the show is spark meaningful conversations, inspire change within our community as we engage in honest dialogue. Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. This is Viewpoint, talk show where they talk as it be. And right now, we'll move straight to the business of the day. A popular proverb by Alexandre Dumas says, all for one and one for all, united we stand, divided we fall. Like other African nations, Nigeria is immersed in a crisis of polarizing politics. Identity conflicts, which occasionally hurt individuals of various religions and races, are one way that this is conveyed. Such conflicts have even sparked a proposal for the dissolution of an entire race. Nigerian politicians use this politics of divisiveness as a major stronghold. As it stands, it may really be difficult for our country to be able to get out of it. Now, what are we talking about with politics, political divisiveness? This is majorly known as divide and rule. And this is where like a person in power tries to cause division or disagreement against its oppositions, let me put it that way, or potential rivals, so that the person will remain in power. And I'm sure you have a lot, a lot of things to say. So what will you say about political divisiveness in Nigeria?
You know, Eunice, whenever I see people fighting for politicians, you know, that there are people that have died because of their fighting for one politician, you know, because he's Yoruba, now my person is Igbo, now my Odogu is Hausa, so I can kill, no even try am. See, the truth is that when these people, you know, divide us, they come to the camera and they make it look to us like they are fighting. Let me tell you the truth. Behind closed doors, they are friends.
True.
Behind the camera, they look, they go together, they eat together, they drink together. But when they come to the screen, they make us fight ourselves. They put this division in us. That look at the last election. It's a typical example. In fact, I think in history, the 2023 election is the one that, you know, showed clearly this what do you call it again?
Divide and rule. Yes.
Divide and rule. You know, this 2023 election showed it so much, where it happened in Lagos, you know, because of, in fact, let's not just go deep into it. 2023 election just gave us a perfect example, whereby Yorubas are saying, now my person, now I will vote for. And the reason why they are voting for this person is not because this person can actually, you know, lead us right. It's not because this person actually have what it takes to give us what we need. It's not because this person here has done it before and we are sure he's going to do it again. No, it is simply because he's my tribe. I want to vote for him because he's my tribe. I want to vote for him because he's from my race. I want to vote for him because he's this, he's that, not because of what he can actually bring to the table. The thing is just everywhere. It doesn't happen only in Nigeria, it's everywhere. But Nigeria is a typical example.
So, Confidence, I would like to ask you, what would you say, or what is your opinion about this divide and rule as a political strategy in Nigeria?
I like the fact that you said it's a strategy
Yeah.
because I wouldn't want to also narrow it down. It's a broad thing. It happens everywhere. It's the strategy they use to keep themselves in power by making sure that other factions, whoever would come against them, are occupied with fighting themselves. Just like Rachel pointed out, take for example what happened during this 2023 election period. We came out as people, not as Igbos, not as Yorubas, not as Hausas, not as other ethnic. We didn't.
Yeah.
We came out as Nigerians that were tired. People came out as Nigerians that just wanted a better country, a change, and just somehow our leaders, the people in power, the helm of affairs, found a way to fan the flames of religion and tribalism.
Yeah.
So you watch that, you see what happened there is there's a switch. It's like a diversion of interest, or a diversion of what's the word now? Focus.
Yeah.
Now we go from we want a better Nigeria to no, he's Yoruba. No, we cannot allow an Igbo person to take over power.
A
It's not just the
stranger
governorship
take
election,
over our land.
even the presidential election. So it's like keep them occupied with fighting themselves while we take over power. So you find out that it's not just in the 2023 elections, even during the 2015 elections, the thing with the Buhari and Jonathan and that tussle of we don't want to see an Igbo people think of themselves, Yoruba people are selfish, Hausas are these, there's that preoccupation of when we have conflict between ourselves, when we're so preoccupied with fighting ourselves, when we're preoccupied with banter, we don't have the time.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
To
focus
on
on
the
the
main
main
issue.
issue.
Like a distraction.
And you know that it has always been said, united we stand, divided we fall. If you guys notice with what happened with NSAS, that was why they scattered it.
Yeah.
People come out together. They know that once you're united, do you understand? That's why it's called a strategy. When you divide them, you can rule them when they're divided.
Yes.
Because one particular faction, once you're able to get in and say, these people forget, and they follow you. Once I'm fighting with Rachel,
Yeah.
and I have you, do you understand? It becomes easier for somebody to actually lord over both of us.
Yes,
Because it's like we have a common enemy in quotes. So we can't get, Rachel is not part of us.
Yes.
So that's why it's called a strategy. You keep them divided so that you can, stay in power.
Yeah. But I would really
You
like
don't
to,
get
you
to
have
the
something
main
to
issue.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still talking about the strategy of a thing. It's like a normal thing. I don't know if these politicians had a meeting and said, okay, let's use this strategy. Look at what Erufai said
It's not
recently.
just, I think this back from time.
Erufai said something about Islamizing Nigeria, and I was shocked. In fact, I am still in shock that there are people, simply because I am from this religion, there are people who are in support of what he said. So like he said, it's a strategy. It is, because now we have Christians who are saying, why would you say that kind of a thing? We had Muslims coming to say, no. Even Khan and the Muslim body now coming like a clash. So
yes.
it is a strategy, like you said.
It takes your mind, it takes our eyes as a people off the main issue. Nigeria cannot come to a point of restructuring and reevaluation, and we can't get to a point of a redo or a do-over till we take our eyes off. No, you are not this from this place. No, you're not, because the main
Not
issues
from
keep
what we
on
want
crying.
to, like,
I don't know
who
if
is
you
my
understand.
person,
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, as you were talking, and I was just wondering, is it that Nigerians are not aware of this strategy?
Yes, I would say most people are not aware. When you don't define a thing to people, when you've not, like, some people, to them, it's as well saying it now, they'll be like, not true.
You
Yet,
get.
some people, we were at a point, I also had this mentality, like, if I had not maybe read about this thing, I wouldn't know it's a strategy. I may know that, okay, these people are actually trying to do some things, but
You
I
think
do
it's
not
just
know
a
what
normal
it is. It's a
conflict,
normal
something.
thing. Some people do not actually know that these people are even friends behind closed doors. They do not know.
Well,
They see that thing on the screen, that where maybe they are fighting themselves in the Senate, they are bashing themselves online, and they think
don't
that is
know.
how it is. They want to fight for their person.
Well, for me personally, I don't think it's the maybe. Well, we can't generalize. I think for me personally, there are some people that know.
Yeah.
But if you look around Nigeria, there are people that think that a particular, because you have three main groups,
Ethnic groups.
ethnic
Yes.
groups, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo.
Igbo.
There are some people, it will shock you, that believe that these people are the higher power.
They even feel
Why
like
do you think we have Biafra? Why do IPOB? Why do you think we have there's this one for Yoruba and then there's this one for Hausa? Why do you think we have those factions? Because they are human beings that you'd actually talk to and they'll tell you, let me tell you something. These people they don't add anything to this country. Now we get Nigeria.
Yes.
People know. As much as I like to agree with Rachel that there are some people that don't know that this is a strategy that is keeping us in one place, we're just turning around in a circle. There are other people that you meet and they'll tell you, if Igbo people forget it. And you know why it's so bad? Because it spreads to other facets of life.
Yes.
Marriage, education,
family,
living.
Yeah.
I've had to
And
go
this
to a
affects
place.
our progress,
Yes,
even as
and
a
this,
nation.
I've gone to a place where I wanted to rent a house, and the person told me, "Well, if you're not Hausa, I'm sorry, I can't give you the house." And I was wondering, what's my crime?
Yes.
He said, "No, you don't have. No, it's not. It's just that I don't accept a particular tribe, and it's crazy." You see people telling you, if you're not a Christian or if you're not a Muslim, please, I can't give my house.
And that's
to
why
you.
we have
It
people
goes on
saying,
even in
if you're not my
jobs.
tribe, I can't marry. I can't
you.
marry.
It spreads. So it's a strategy that is killing us as a nation, it's killing us as a people, and it is keeping the people at the helm of affairs where they are.
Yes.
Because we don't have that time. While we're bantering, while we're fighting each other, we don't have the time to focus on what exactly.
And that's why we keep missing what we want. We know what we want, but because we're focusing on the
fan
wrong
those
thing,
flames.
We lose focus.
Yes, we lose focus.
They're making sure it stays. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the politics of divisiveness? We want to hear from you. Kindly comment down there. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back. Please stay. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Moving on to our next topic, we'll be discussing the educational system in Nigeria. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has now admitted that Mmesoma, a student who claimed to have scored 362 in the 2023 UTME and was awarded a 3 million naira scholarship by Chief Dr. Innocent Chukwuma, fabricated her results. Mmesoma is accused of intentionally inflating her score and making false claim that she received the top mark. The controversy here is that the QR code shows that the result belongs to a certain Asminu Mariam who scored 138. What exactly is wrong here?
I love that question. What exactly is wrong?
You wish to ask.
So
See,
who
when
is
I
ready?
saw that
Okay.
story, I first clap am for that girl. My darling, you are a good girl.
Oh, you really think she fabricated the result?
Look, for a young girl, a 16-year-old girl, to scam the whole of Nigeria, to scam the giant of Africa. That girl get brain. She's going places. It's just that she did it in a wrong way. But again, I don't even know. I think there's something we need to understand here. First of all, who announced Joy Mmesoma as the highest scorer of the 2023 UTME exams? Who announced it? Secondly, although allegedly the result was printed by JAMB, right? So that thing there is what we need to understand.
So now we'll have to look at, is it the fault from her?
From her or JAMB.
Or from
Although JAMB came out to say that she used some softwares to design the result herself. But again, I say, for a 16-year-old girl, in Nigeria, just like we had young people who had come out to produce things, they produce cars, they produce so many things, and then the Nigerian government not even look at them like they've done anything, valuable, anything reasonable. They leave them like that. Those kind of people can actually think they are creative and they can do something, either it will be positive, it will be negative. But you see, when we see those kind of people, what do the Nigerian government, how do they take them up? What do they use those people to do? If someone now comes out to design something, whether that thing is good or bad, a Nigerian government can take up that person and actually, change that person into what they want that person to be.
True.
Now, we've had young people, gone out of the country and they are doing so well out there. This girl, for a 16-year-old innocent looking girl to scam a whole country, and in fact she had gotten the recognition, Innocent Motor have even given her scholarship, 3 million naira scholarship. I think first of all, Nigerian government, we always punish the wrong people. Our politicians who are stealing the money, we don't punish them. But people who do one or two things, we are so fast and we're so eager to punish them. This girl, first of all, what she did, if she actually did it, is totally wrong. And I'm not justifying, I'm not even, in fact. But again, I think the Nigerian government should pick up that girl, they should train her and put in the positive, that thing they want. I think this girl can actually do something, but this skill she has now.
That if she actually
can,
did it.
I think, this skill she has.
I think
it's a skill. You scam a whole country.
If she had said, okay, she has, she's tech savvy.
Yes, something like that.
In quotes, tech savvy. I'll say, okay.
Confidence. Do you know it is our politicians that has this skill? See, our politicians can come out to say something and you will just bam it like this. Just like when Hadi Sirika came out to say Nigeria air blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Maybe we swallowed it. That is a skill. If you don't know, it's a skill.
That's what I'm trying to say. That she's wrong. It's and the fact that she's a minor, she's 16, because if she was over, I'm pretty sure she would be paying more for it. She's how do I explain it? It's mind blowing.
Do you think she actually did this on her own? That is
the question that I want to actually ask. How is it? I don't want to say it's not possible because young people are doing things.
Exactly, and that is what I'm saying.
If people can fabricate car papers,
do you understand?
People can fabricate a lot of documents that the system, when you go through the right process, the system is like, I do not know that this document existed. It did not come from me. That tells you that this is just small. You understand? Goes as far as to fabricate a JAMB result. Goodness gracious me. But then the question, like Eunice rightly asked, is did she really do it?
And again, this girl, I don't know why we are looking at her like it's a new thing to us. Maybe because a 16-year-old girl could scam Nigeria. But my question is this.
But it's a grievous offense.
Yes, it is. But my question is this. First of all, I'm going to come back to the JAMB, the body as a whole. But first of all, this girl now, like you said, she may not have done it alone.
And like they should not make it look like it's not possible for somebody to have scored that kind.
How did this result, how did it go out there? It was, according to what JAMB said, they said, I think Innocent Motors, they were going to give her a scholarship, and so they called to confirm. And that was when they now realized that, no, she did not score this thing. So does it mean if these people had not called JAMB, they wouldn't have found out, they wouldn't have been a confirmation?
And looking at the story, there was actually someone, or they claim that someone actually got that score, but that person got 138.
Yes, look.
So imagine people that have probably failed JAMB and they are hearing this and they're like, what if it actually happened to me?
See, I think it's far beyond what we are seeing right now. JAMB should also come out. I think JAMB should be questioned.
Yes.
That body should be questioned because it's not possible. Nigeria is just a joke. If not, how do you...
That shouldn't happen.
That should not happen.
Because I'm just thinking about the security.
Because examination, so that tells you essence, that in a way, sometimes even your results are not safe.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. Because people will not believe their results because they'll be thinking.
Not today, confidence. This is Nigeria.
When I was in school, I heard a lot of things where people... I heard so many things that broke my heart. Like your results can be sold.
Exactly.
And I'm wondering, where is the educational system? That is if she actually did this.
I had someone.
It makes you ask certain questions.
I knew someone. I don't want to mention the university. One of the best universities in Nigeria, a private university. I do not want to mention. I'm tempted to mention, but I don't want to mention. Look, I know this boy. His parents are rich, yes, and I think they wanted him to study abroad, but they've been trying and it's been failing. And so they say, okay, let him just go to a private university in Nigeria. And what did they do? Look, right in our very before, hey God, I think it was the father that received the call. They called him, it's ready. And the boy prepared for school the next day and went to school.
It's ready.
It's ready. What is ready?
Admission.
Okay. Look,
He didn't write any exams.
he did not write any
Well,
exams.
I don't think it should come as a shock to any of us.
Actually.
Because
So-
our educational
so these
system
girls-
has so many question marks
Yeah.
on it.
Look.
And this story, I don't want to say probably there are loopholes, but of
There
course
are,
the
actually.
educational system as
There
a
are.
whole
Yeah.
has so much question mark on it, because from the story that Rachel just told us now, people are doing it, especially
Yes.
people in power.
Yes.
You know, people that are
Our
rich,
politicians.
they are compromising, and you wonder why when students come out of school, you know, students gain admission and come out of school, it's no longer half baked at this point.
Yes, so-
They're not even baked at all.
Yes.
Half baked, at least there's something
don't
upstairs.
enter
Right
oven.
now, they enter and they come out.
Not enough
as-
floor.
But I don't even think it's just politicians, I'll say, because there are people, I know someone who knows someone probably in the school and I've helped them. And when they come
Yeah,
out,
that godfatherism
because sometimes you will
thing.
hear people that are serving and they'll say, I studied this, I came out with this.
They can't even
Okay,
define what
you
they
can't
studied.
defend-
You can't. If
Like-
you ask them,
That's why you see now the society. If you guys have noticed, the society is now going from, I got first class, I have 2-1,
yeah,
I got this. They'll ask you, what
Have
can
you
you
done?
do? What's
What
your
have
skill?
you done?
If
What
I
can you
bring
do?
you
Yes.
into this parastatal, if I bring you into this niche, if you enter into this space, what value are you? Okay, can you defend? Okay, you said you studied so and so. Defend this thing, please.
Yeah.
Put it into practice, and you see that everything is paper. It's on paper.
there is a program I watch on social media. This guy usually goes to university when they are doing convocations. I think matric as well.
Yeah.
He goes there to interview them. Sometimes NYC members passing out. He goes there to interview them, and then he asks them like, "What's the meaning of POP? What's the meaning of this?" And more.
You'll be shocked.
And then
I mean, it's
at first
funny,
I
some of the
thought
responses are
at
funny,
first
but
I thought it was like a prank. Maybe they just arranged it.
Yes.
But
But then I
actually,
realized it was
yeah.
not a prank. Oh, it's real life and direct.
And then in hindsight, after the laughter, you're asking yourself, for real.
As in,
All right. Thank you so much for listening to us. If you know more, please let us know. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for staying. Our last topic for today is movies and censorship in Nigeria. Act 85 of the 1993 established the National Film Video Censors Board as the regulating authority for the Nigerian film and video industry. The board is authorized by law to categorize all movies and videos, whether they are made locally or imported. In addition to its other duties, the board has the obligation to register every film and video outlet in the nation and to maintain a registry of those registered outlets. But the fundamental question is, does censorship in Nigeria actually work? Wait, we'll discuss the impact of some of these Nigerian films on children. We see movies that are rated 18, 16, and 14, but we also have kids that watch movies that are not even appropriate for a 20-year-old. Even the so-called cartoons
yeah, so
My goodness
that are
gracious.
meant for kids.
yeah,
It seems like animations now. are just-
Some adults
Yes.
cannot watch them.
cannot. You know,
So does this actually work?
when you ask that question, does movie censorship actually work in Nigeria?
Is it
Look,
just Nigeria?
It's everywhere actually. But let's bring you home. You know, see, do you know there was when I was growing, whenever I want to watch a movie and I see that plus 18
Yeah, this
rated
movie is
18,
rated.
I didn't know the meaning. No one would just
Now that I
yes,
think
I
But
didn't
about
know
your
the
parents will always chase you away from the
No,
family.
just
Not
keep
really,
waiting.
yeah.
The only thing, oh yeah, close your eyes. Close your eyes. And you're closing your eyes, you're doing like this, you're watching it. Now let me even ask you. Sometimes children are watching a movie and they are closing their why are they closing their eyes if they know that thing is not a bad thing? For a child, not to do something is because he knows that thing is wrong. Now you don't tell a child, close your eyes. Instead of you not to even put that thing out there, you're saying close your eyes. Close your eyes so that what will
Because you're
happen?
telling the child to close, and the child is wondering because thing in us as
The-
human
you're
beings.
curious.
Why
Curiosity.
Why should I close my
eyes?
And
You know, when
for
you set a
children,
law in place, that thing in us as human beings will be like, it's better you don't even set the law at all.
Mhm.
But once you say, this wall is green, don't touch it. Nah,
Yes.
lie.
They want
why
to know why
do
you're
you not
saying
want me
don't
to touch
it.
the wall? And even for children, curiosity is like
It's as
Yes.
it speaks.
on a higher level compared
And
to
they
us
pick
as
things
adults.
so
Yes.
fast.
Yes.
And you're wondering, where did this child learn this thing? There's something. I don't think this censorship thing works.
Mhm.
I don't think it works because maybe there's something they still need to do. If the movie is rated 8, but you know, another thing is there's just so much you can do. There's just so much the film board can actually do.
Yeah.
If you say this movie is rated 18, so basically it boils down to parents, you understand, and adults who know that this thing, children are not supposed to be watching it. Not just children, but teenagers too. Not just television, because now in this our time, this generation now, a child of 5 years, 10 years has a phone, and then you're wondering, what are you doing with phone at this age when you're supposed to be, developing your brain, when you're supposed to be, putting knowledge into your head. I don't know if people understand. Like the thing they annoy me. What I got as a growing child, my father will flog me. Abara, you will beat me because what are you using a phone at that age to be doing? So I think it boils down to them. You guys know that a child is not supposed to be watching such things. So I don't even think such programs should be aired. You understand? Or you should put such programs when you know you have kids.
Yeah.
Or even because sometimes there's just so much a parent can do, there's just so much adults can do. I think there's a provision, for something in the remote or in the decoder that parental guidance, you understand?
Yes.
You can lock certain channels.
Yeah.
Confidence. Did you just say parental guidance? See, let me tell you. I'm not just talking about 16-year-old girl that fabricated something. This age that a 5-year-old, if you give a 5-year-old your phone, look, the place you've not entered in that phone before, that child will enter it. Let me tell you something. If you like, use padlock to lock anything. Look, that child knows so well what to do to remove that padlock. And children of these days, see, when it comes to internet, when it comes to technology, these children are way smarter.
Yeah.
Look, you see parents who are educated, they are this, they are that, they use iPad, they use that. But what your child will go there to do, you'll be like, how? How did... I have a cousin who, whenever she takes her mom's phone, she goes to the cartoon herself. She should be around... She's not up to 5. No, she doesn't need help. She's not up to 5 years. She picks her mom's phone. In fact, she will put the phone like this on the table, and she will go to her cartoon and she will sit down watching her cartoon. But children of these days are so smart. Look, there are things you think they don't know. There are things you can never imagine that your younger sister, your younger brother, or your child does not know. But you'll be shocked at the length they can go when they handle these things.
But still, there are things, there are measures that can be taken, right? That no matter how old that child is, like I was going to say something when she mentioned her cousin that puts cartoon by herself. She might have seen it. It's a repeated pattern. Her mother will go there, put it for her.
Yeah.
She would have, because children will watch you. You might not need to talk. All they need to do is watch you. So it might have been a repeated pattern, a repeated, behavior that she has seen her mother go there, press it, and she has taken note of it. So that's why she can be able to, because I have one of my my mothers in the Lord, the son, the daughter. How old is she self? She puts the thing by herself. Why? Because she has seen the mom, repeatedly do it by herself. So she has noted the pattern. She opens the phone, she does it like this, she presses like this, and then her cartoon is showing.
I think it's way beyond.
Calm down now. But still, there are measures. There are things that can be done. There are some softwares that can be, put in these devices. There are stuff that can be done that no matter how old you are, between that age bracket, the children to those teenagers, they can't access some of these things. No matter how we try to say, oh, they are smart, they are this, they are tech savvy, there are still some things, there are measures that can be put in place that they cannot break.
I feel it's way beyond all of these things. Look, it's far beyond seeing what my mom is doing and so okay, because I've seen her done it so many times, I can now do it. It's far beyond that.
But
Children go to school. No, it's not even that. Some children, what they even know is not by what they saw their parents.
I understand
doing.
you want to say
They
they
go
go
to
to school, they pick
school.
up some of these things.
Yes. Look, some children, we're talking about children having phones. Some children have phones and then they're on Facebook, right? Already, their
That
parents
was
had
why
already,
I said it boils down to the parents
coming.
and the adults.
already, their parent had already put these things, there are these restrictions, you can't go here, you can't go here. You're on Facebook and you see, on a normal day, you're scrolling through Facebook, there are things you see. On a normal day as an adult, there are things you see, but because I'm an adult, I do not want to click on this site. But children now, children who are, they're so curious when they see something, they want to know what is it. They click on these links, they click on this site, they go there, they learn things. In fact, look, some things you know, you do not know how you just learnt them. It's not because you saw someone, but because you already have access to these things. You go to cafes, you have a laptop, you have a phone, you have access to it. We do not learn how to use a phone, and we did not learn by going to a school to learn how to use phone. Once you have a phone, the more you're pressing and pressing, the more you know things.
Yeah,
It's same thing for
discovering
children,
things
and children's brain are so sharp. Once a child has a phone, once a child has a system, let me tell you something. That is it. No matter what you want to put there. I understand that there are some sites that they may not be able to handle. There are some things they may not be able to handle. But it is far beyond what exactly.
We can't.
It is so
restrict,
easy for some
there are
things.
we can do. I know that even
Yeah,
for us
you
as
know-
adults, right?
Yeah.
There's stuff that you cannot stop yourself from hearing. It's just like somebody who does not like secular music, for example. You go out, except you want to be locked up in your
Exactly,
house.
yes.
But then again,
Even
then
when you are
again,
locked
as a
up in your
parent,
house,
Mhm.
your
you can
neighbors.
still, as a parent, you can still create that boundary. I'm not giving you a phone. There are things you don't watch in the house, not because I, as a parent, does not want to watch it, but because I have children, I have teenagers. I have to deprive myself. Do you understand? Of not, there are measures for crying out loud. I mean, in the home, if everything in the home is okay, we already know that if they go out there, there's just no way. Do you understand
Yeah.
that some of these things don't fit? It's just like, okay, trying to learn another language. I'm trying to learn Yoruba. And I know that sometimes they say it's a thing. When you want to learn another language, you start first with curse words. I don't know. They said it's a thing. You get. You see, so they pick up some of these things, and your duty now is to find a way to, okay, we don't do this. We don't do this. Your own side, you must cover it now. In the house, make sure there's a limited number of hours. Like for parents or households that just cannot help but give their children gadgets, there is a limited number of time you're to spend on this. And I must know what you're watching. I must know. Do you understand? No, Rachel. Understand. They have to. They are
it's-
But I'm
Yes.
just thinking of that, and I feel like it gets to a point. If the child does not understand the reasons for these like restrictions, and it gets to a point
That
where
one adds up
it
too.
becomes frustrating, and then the child is like,
Why
I
are
want
you
to
putting,
know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like what you can do, like, the reason why children want to actually go into things to know them is because they are so curious.
Curiosity.
I think what we should do, maybe as parents, as adults, what can be done is, as a child is growing, let them know what is in there. Okay, the reason I don't want you to watch this thing is because you will see some kind of things that are not good for your eyes. Even me, there are ways you tell them, okay, don't, like for instance, there's a hole here, and you're telling someone, don't go there. Don't go there. The person is asking you why. You say, don't just go there. Why? Don't just go there.
So it's
When
better
you are
for you
not
to
there,
allow
it's
the
better
person
for
to
you.
fall inside the hole. When the
No,
person
don't
comes
allow
back.
the person
if
to fall
you
inside the hole.
explain-
Explain
yeah.
why. There's a hole there. If you fall inside that hole, you can die. Don't go there. The hole
But
is
you know,
like
some
this, is like
children
this.
are. That's why I think every parent knows the kind of child they have.
Mhm.
There's some children you will tell, don't go there. You explain all the measures, explain everything, and the child will tell you. It's like, okay.
But
And then there are
it's
some
just
children
like-
that must want to find it out for themselves.
It's just like, for instance, rape, for instance. You're telling it. Do you know the reason why so many adults today,
they're beginning to sensitize
they did
their
so many
children.
mistakes, It's because their mother was simply telling them, if you touch a man, you get pregnant.
Yeah, that
They
kind
didn't
of
tell
thing.
them, see, if you do this thing, if a man sleeps with you, you will get pregnant. If you allow a man touch you this way. But they're saying if you touch, and then they now realize, okay, I have a friend in school, is my seatmate, he's a boy. I touched him, I did not get pregnant. So why is my mommy lying to
I
me?
think it was a measure of
So-
protection that parents had, but now there's that's why you learn and unlearn. But the bone of contention now, right, is we're talking about censorship, right? What we can do on our own side, because you cannot stop this child from growing, from going into the world. And we as people, we grew up now. We didn't fall from heaven. There are things in your family, in our own side. I don't know. I don't think I said getting used to phone till I was in my SS3. It was a thing, because they know what this thing can do to children. Too much TV. Just that you're watching cartoon already. My father will get
Even the
angry
cartoon
with you.
these
You
days now,
understand?
what are we
It's
even
another
talking
thing. So
about?
that's why
Cartoon that
you
you
have
see,
to hold your
you
own
see.
side.
That's
Do you
what that's the
understand?
thing, because
You have to hold
it's
your own
supposed to be
side
for
as the
children.
adult, as the parents, as somebody who has seen that this thing is not good for this child. Hold your side, because we know that no matter how much you try, you limit. That's why I think I agree with what Rachel said. I think sometimes it's good to let them know that, okay, this thing, though, it's not that you cannot do it, but if you do it, there are
This is
consequences.
what
will
happen.
This is what it is.
happen.
This is what it is. You understand? But then you need to hold your side. You need to hold your side. Do you understand? Don't let them. Don't say, okay, because it's a child, you give them the gadgets, let them be playing with it. And then when the child starts to exhibit certain behaviors, you start calling upon, he's the devil, he's the devil. Hold your side. In the house, limit screen time. And then for me, I feel like there are some children that don't have any business, age bracket that doesn't have business with phones. For crying out loud.
Yeah.
You're going to school, develop your brain, get knowledge. Your brain is still growing. You don't need phone. What the screen is doing to a lot of children now, you'll be surprised.
You'll be shocked that even
You'll be shocked.
parents putting televisions in the rooms of
And I
small
think it's
children.
just to let them have
The
fun.
children
No.
will carry remote
What
and
happened
press
to reading
and
books? What happened to games that will enlighten the child? What happened to things that you can do? For crying out loud, there are books.
yes.
There are games. Like, I even got to know recently that there are some things that help stimulate your
Yes,
mind,
yes.
for you to think logically how to solve this.
Yes.
That's what you do. Not
Yes.
that you give them the gadget and
Even
say, let the child leave me
cartoon
alone.
these days is not an option. Or don't say go and watch cartoon. Don't try it.
Do you understand? It has
Most
something
of the
it does to the
cartoons
child.
now.
Even as an adult, there's a way for God's sake, there are researches that have been done that there's a way you sit in front of TV, you're watching TV over and over. There's something it does
to your brain. Yes.
I don't know if you guys understand.
I want to
as
emphasize
parents-
on this cartoon of a thing, and I know why I'm saying this. You see, cartoon these days encourages kissing, encourages so many things.
You're wondering,
You see cartoon.
is it the same animation, the Tom and
it's-
Jerry that we
yes,
grew up
it's
watching?
no longer the normal cartoon. Parents just have to be extra careful.
Yes.
Extra
Side.
careful.
I think that's the key thing.
Yeah.
Because even if you say cartoon, the
And if
cartoons
this
now
thing
is
is
as if
rated
they are
this
not
age,
being
make sure
censored.
that it's not seen in the house.
Yes.
First, that's why I said I keep emphasizing the hold your side. There's no way that the child goes to school, the child meets people.
Yes.
So
But try your
there are
own
things
best.
to understand.
Mm.
Hold your side. Let
Yeah.
them know that it's a policy in the family. It's a law. You
Mm.
imbibe it that you don't watch TV from this time to this time, and enforce it, because now I'm hearing things like gentle parenting.
Try and be gentle parenting. The one bring Oyinbo style come
Honestly,
Naija.
and it's killing us. Because I'm not saying you should be flogging the child and killing. No.
Don't abuse the child.
But there are just some things that should be done. As a parent, as an adult, as an auntie, you have a sister that has a child and you're seeing things are going left and you're like, it's not my child.
Eunice, I
It's
think we
not-
need to bring this topic back to the show. It is
Honestly,
deeper than
honestly,
we
I
thought.
feel,
We need
yeah,
to,
because
we need to bring it
even
back.
as we are talking, there are so many things
So
that are
many
coming
things,
to my head.
yes. We need to bring it
But
back.
for now, we would really love to hear, like, what is your view on especially the movie and cartoon censorship in Nigeria? And with that, we have come to the end of today's edition of Viewpoint. We really appreciate you and your time greatly. Let's do this again. Same place, same time. We would love to hear from you. Be a part of our conversations by dropping your opinions on our comment section. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles displayed on your screen for more exciting and captivating episodes of Viewpoint. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell on our YouTube channel at Oweleketv. Our website is oweleketv. See you again.